we go. Third time is a charm. Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach. This is my third try coming on live. I had to switch networks on my Wi-Fi, but here we are. Usually the other network is the better choice, but I'm flowing with the universe. So I had to switch it up. So we're good. We're ready for our weekly guidance. Hello. Hi, Stephanie. And I'm extra excited today. Why? Because we are going to switch it up a little bit. Instead of doing our typical 4-card reading, what we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get, we are going to do one of my favorite readings. It's a 3-card spread. We're going to use 2 decks for it. And it's going to be, what are we learning? What are we moving towards? And what advice can we take along the way? So we're going to do both of those, all 3 of those cards with 2 decks. The Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. And remember, these are cards that I have, guidance decks that I have designed personally, and they're available on theblissfulknowing.com. And then we're going to use my Flowering Intuition cards, the Zen Blossoms. Hi, David. Because it's spring and I love this deck and I love flowers. So we're going to use both of those decks to find out, what are we learning, what are we moving towards, and what advice can we take along that journey. Speaking of journey, while I shuffle, last week we had journey as our challenge to embrace, taking one step at a time, living in the now. And we had a blessing to remember, which was ignite, that we should follow our inspired action, our passion in life, and that would always lead us in the direction of our desires. So it's interesting to me because when I did that spread, that reading last week, it didn't have, sometimes I have that automatic resonance. I did feel some things, but it didn't really click for me until today. So I always think it's funny that sometimes the guidance doesn't hit you until it's about to expire. It all clicked for me today. When I looked back, I didn't even remember what the last 2 cards were. Hey, David Long. Hi. Awesome. There's 2 Davids on here. So I didn't even remember what those last 2 cards were last week. And I just, an hour ago, quick fast forwarded to the end of the live stream from last week. And I was like, oh my God, journey and ignite. This makes so much sense. So, oh God, I think I saw it and I'm starting to laugh about this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was what I saw, but I saw something out of the corner of my eye. That card flipped over. Anyway, gotta stay focused here. So I just thought it was super fascinating. I'm like, that advice is always what you need to hear, but maybe it's not, in that moment, it's not clicking. And it totally clicked for me today. I was like, I get it. Thank you, universe. I get it. That is what I needed to hear. So if the cards today don't resonate with you, give it time. This is weekly guidance, so it's for the entire week, which means that maybe you won't know what it means until next Friday when I'm about to start our next one. And you look back and you go, oh, we need the events to unfold throughout the week sometimes for it to really click. So I'm smiling because I'm like, it's just what I needed to hear. I get it. I really get it. Who is all here? Say hi. Well, I can still read the comments because, once I get going, I'm not going to be able to see everybody's highs. This deck, Zen Blossoms, is a slippery deck. See, it just doesn't, the cards just don't jump out the same way with this deck. So I get a little bit impatient. Oh, I know what I can tell you while I'm shuffling. This is so exciting. My gosh. You guys, I found this out right after my live stream last week and I was like, crap. I wish I would have known this before. I would have totally shared it last live stream. This is so cool. So PayPal has a new feature. I'm not sure how new it is, but I recently found out about it, and I tried to configure my website to offer this new feature, and it appeared that my website was saying it wasn't compatible with this feature. Well, synchronicity is amazing. A client reached out to me and mentioned that she used this feature on my website. I was like, you're kidding me. You are kidding me right now. It's already built into my site. So what is it? Maybe you saw my post about it last week when I wrote it up because I was so excited. It's called Pay in 4. Hi, Chelsea. It's called Pay in 4. And it allows you to put 25% down on anything on my website, whether it be a private intuitive session, a numerology reading, a piece of crystal and gemstone jewelry, one of the orgone pyramids, the pyramid energy generators that help block help mitigate the EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies that can be harmful in your environment. Ooh, we have our cards. And so you only have to put 25% down, 1/4 of your purchase down, and I can immediately schedule with you. I can immediately ship your jewelry or your pyramid or your guidance decks if you want to purchase those. And then PayPal will automatically every month charge you another 25%. So it splits up your payments in 4 payments with 0 interest, you don't pay any extra than if you were to pay in full on that day. So for those of you that are budgeting, those of you that are waiting for a payday, you can put 25% down and we can immediately connect for a session. It's so fabulous. Oh my God, I'm just so thrilled about that because I want everyone to have the opportunity to work with me. If you feel inspired to learn more about your numerology or you need some intuitive guidance from your guides, or maybe you want to connect with a non-physical loved one, mediumship is incorporated in my intuitive sessions if that is something that is you're intending to experience. So, all right, we need to fluff. Finally, I am clip free. Remember my clip phase, guys? I had to put the clips in my hair because it was whack. And I think the hair is back. The poofalicious hair is back. We can poof. Hi, Elton. We can poof, we can fluff. Everything is back in order. It's spring. I have my flowers in the garden. I'm happy, so happy about that. Let me take a quick drink before we start flipping our cards. But I'm so excited because we get to do this reading that I love so much. What are we learning? What are we moving towards? And what advice can we take along the way? I'm a little nervous because I always think, what if it's a weird card that I don't know what it means for this situation, for this reading? And I'm like, come on, Jor, how long have you been doing this? It always works out. It's always exactly the advice we need to hear, but I get a little bit of anxiety when I do new things, but that's the fun. That is the fun, is to break out outside of our comfort zone and go into that zone of unpredictability where we don't know what's going to happen. That's when life gets exciting. Okay, so we're going to do one card from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards for what are we learning, and after we flip that over and talk about it, we're going to do what are we learning from the Zen Blossoms. It's going to be a little bit different than how we normally operate, but that is the fun of it. All right, woohoo! I feel like I need to shake a pom-pom for this reading because I've been waiting for weeks for the green light from the guides to tell me that we can do this again because it was so great last time. Okay, what are we learning? I'm going to laugh so hard if it's the card that I think it is. What are we learning? Oh, it's not. Ooh, it's the card we got last week, you guys. They're reiterating this. Create a connection. Create a connection. All right, that's what we're learning. Interesting. It was what we have last week. It was a card for what we have. So we have a connection that we have already created. We already have been in touch with the person that we are supposed to connect with. Create a connection is what we are learning. Interesting. Life has been working behind the scenes to find the perfect person to assist you in manifesting your desires. Follow your intuition and reach out to the first individual that comes into your mind. This person can offer you knowledge, growth, and the ability to help you get to, there, I messed it up again like last week. This person can offer you knowledge, growth, and the ability to help you get to where you want to go. Could be me. It definitely could be me. Create a connection, especially with the pay in 4. With the pay in 4, you can book a session with me today, 25% down, and we can connect. So that's what we're learning from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. And again, they're really drilling this point home because this is 2 weeks in a row that we have gotten this card. So there's somebody in your life that the universe has placed upon your path that can help you. They're on the same frequency that you are, like attracts like. And they are here as a response from the universe, because they can help you to get to where you want to go. They can help you to align with your desires. Okay, so Zen Blossoms. What are we learning from the Zen Blossoms deck? Ooh, optimism. I love that. I need a pom-pom. We're learning optimism, my friends. Now, why can we be optimistic? Because when you understand how the universe works, it's very easy to be optimistic, especially when you start to pay attention to how it works and how reliably it works. How does it work? You live your life and you experience things you prefer and things you don't prefer. So the contrast is the things that you don't prefer, the things that are not a match to your desires. You may have some of those experiences and it's kind of like I'm getting that whole Goldilocks. This one is too hot, this porridge. This one is too cold. All of that time, whether you speak it out loud or not, the universe is keeping track of your preferences. So you are shaping clear preferences. You are carving out preferences based on the life that you are living now, because the universe truly wants to bring you an improved experience. Why? Because the universe is all about expansion and evolution. That is the natural order of things. So that is how we evolve over time, is just like the people say that we're going to grow longer thumbs so we can text more, things like that. But I know in my life, there was this ice cream cone, this little baby ice cream cone at Trader Joe's. It's called Hold the Cone. And I'm not a huge ice cream fan, but I do like those. And I thought, wouldn't that be nice, universe, if that came in a non-dairy ice cream? Because I prefer to not to have dairy. And sure enough, Poofalicious, this week in my little Trader Joe's group, they said, coming soon. It's called Hold the Dairy. And it's the cone with like a coconut-based non-dairy ice cream. And I was like, oh my God, the universe knew. Yes, I like this idea, but I would prefer it if it was non-dairy. And then poof, there it showed up. And I always manifest improved experiences when it comes to food because I appreciate food so much. I love food so much. And you do get more of what you appreciate. And I don't have resistance when it comes to food. Now, the only reason you might not align with your improved experience is if you have resistance on the subject. If you're focused on the lack of it, if you're feeling stuck and not believing that you will ever align with an improved experience, you're focused so much on what you don't have, that can, the hair. That is the only time that you can block your own manifestation. But the hose is always flowing, my friends. You're the one who's stepping on it. And because you are stepping on it, you can just as easily remove that foot off the hose and it will flow again. And I can teach you how to let go of resistance through an emotional closet cleaning session, which again, I mentioned this is a perfect month numerology-wise to do that. We're in a month of letting go, getting to the root of the issue and really clearing out any resistance we have. Also clearing out physical clutter, clearing out things that aren't serving us. Dieting, I lost another 1.5 pounds this week, you guys. I told you I'm on that Weight Watchers purple plan. I can eat all the carbs I want, really. Brown rice and farro, I love farro, and whole wheat couscous and potatoes. And I lost 1.5 pounds this week. And so I have lost 5 pounds in 4 weeks and I have 5 more to go. Pom-poms for that. Okay, so our next card is what are we moving towards? Ooh, it's going to be juicy. I hope so. What are we moving towards from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards? Ooh, it is. It's so good. What are we moving towards? It's easier than you think. It's easier than you think. It's kind of an interesting thing to think, I'm moving towards, it's easier than I think. Well, I'll explain it a little bit better after I read the card, but this card is always a welcome sight for me. So I'm thrilled just to see this card. And it's making a lot of sense for me. It's easier than you think. Yes. Love that. This is for what we are moving towards. Ease. Sometimes we get caught up in the ego mind's perceptions of struggle and strife. While those thoughts can be convincing, the higher self perspective knows that life is meant to work smoothly and easily. Hi, Amy. Hi, Sandra. Life wants you to know that a fluid path is available to you once you open yourself up to taking it. Shift your focus to the ideas of ease and flow and trust that your circumstances will soon reflect your new state of mind. I love it. We're moving towards ease and flow. We're moving towards getting out of the thinking mind, moving away from letting the ego convince us of struggle and strife. So getting back into the heart, letting our hearts lead the way, out of the mind, into the heart. Hi, Linda. Ease and flow, flowing with life. We're in a 5-year, 2021, 2021, as up to 5. In numerology, we're in a 5-year. This whole year is a 5-year. 5 is about going with the flow. So there may be things that change and come out of the blue, and we've just got to learn to zig and zag with life and flow and trust the current, that it will lead us in the direction of our desires. Stay optimistic about anything that unfolds in your life because it's leading you in the direction of your desires. Trust that it's there for a purpose. It serves you. Define it as a positive. So it's easier than you think is what we're moving towards. I absolutely love this. And I need this. I appreciate this. I see why this card came up because I did get stuck in my head the last few days. And I've also been using my Bach flower essences, which I talk about all the time. I love them. And you know, I have a little mini consultation thing where it's like a 15-minute call where we can talk about what Bach flower essences are good for you. I don't sell them on my site, but I can recommend them intuitively for you. They really help to balance out your emotions, or if you're thinking about something too much. I took some that really helped me to just neutralize that monkey mind so that I didn't have those thoughts that were creating resistance and suffering for myself, so I could be optimistic again. Once those resistant thoughts go, poof, like the hair, everything poofs up and gets better. Okay, Zen Blossoms. What are we moving towards from the Zen Blossoms deck? Hi, Maddie. Yay. Ooh. Nourish. Ha ha. This cracks me up because so many things are coming to mind when I see this card. And that's the fun of the one-word cards. They can mean so many different things. It's up to you and your intuition to ask yourself, what does that mean to me? So the first thing that came to my mind when I saw Nourish is making sure your needs are being met. That's something I've been talking to my friends about a lot this week is, are my needs being met? Very important to look at. So you want to make sure you're nourishing yourself and giving yourself the things that you need. Now, again, we're in a 4 energy and a 9 energy this month in numerology wise. So 4 energy is about health. And I did mention that is a really good time to stick to a healthy routine because 4 is about routine and health. And the 9 helps you to let go of those foods or those lifestyles that are not serving you. So Nourish can be nourishing yourself with healthy food. It also can mean nourishing yourself with healthy people. Create a connection, those of like mind, those of people that are on your frequency. That is very important too, that you are connecting with those that get you, that understand you, that see eye to eye with you, that you really feel harmonized with, that they're part of your tribe. You guys know you're part of my Good Vibe tribe. So Nourish is what we're moving towards, making sure we're taking care of ourselves, making sure we're meeting our own needs. Remember, you are worthy of having your needs met and making sure that they are met, carving out time for yourself, making yourself a priority. That's very important. It's something that we have to relearn because society tells us we should sacrifice and put ourselves last and take care of everybody else and everything else and not prioritize our health and nourishing our soul and our body and our spirit. So we've got to realize it's not selfish, it's self-preservation, it's self-care. Again, in May, we're really going into an energy of that. So Nourish is what we're moving towards, making sure we're filling up our cup, however that looks for you, whether it's more quiet time, more nature time, more social connected time, more healthy foods, however that looks. Of course, we had to get a vertical card, throw off the balance of my display. The OCD is like, that's not going to fit. All right, that's the thing about this the Blossoms deck. They get vertical. We have vertical cards. Whoa, poofalish. Woo. Okay. The next card is what advice can we take along the journey? Let's see from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards what we've got. Ooh! This is good, you guys. This is juicy. Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Oh my God. Where is it? Oh, I couldn't find my display deck. I'm like, ah. Oh my gosh. I love this. Look at this. This is the deck I use for shuffling, and this is my display. Yikes. Okay. Yes, you can. This is the advice from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. You have absolutely everything you need to succeed in this situation. Release the false beliefs that created doubt and insecurity, and know that you are worthy and completely capable. You have untapped reserves of potential and creativity that are waiting to be discovered. You are so much more powerful than you realize. Stand tall and take action. You will be pleasantly surprised when you see just how much you can accomplish. Ooh, that's so juicy. Yes, you can. This is permission from the universe and a pom-pom shake from the universe cheering you on. Yes, you can. You can do it. You can do it. You can get your needs met. You can be optimistic. You can get in the flow of life. Yes, you can. You can get where you need to go. It makes me think of my diet. I definitely feel confident losing 5 pounds and only having 5 pounds to go. Yes, I can do this. I now know what I've been doing is working, so of course I can do it. I love it. So remember, you can be optimistic because you have untapped reserves of potential and creativity that are waiting to be discovered. Remember, this year and in general life is about expansion and evolution. So we're discovering new aspects of ourselves. We're always creating more fullness of who we are. We're tapping in and expanding into the fullness of who we are. New layers of who we are, new capabilities, new talents and skills that can help us achieve. We can do it. I love this. Ooh, yes, we have one more card, but this is so good. And I'm thinking, how am I going to fit everything in my display with that crazy vertical card in the way? Let's see if I can slide things over. I need a prop department. Need a set director. I don't know. Somebody on the set to come adjust all these for me. I can't really tell what's up. Okay. Drives me crazy, but I'm learning to deal with it. That they're not all exactly level or facing the right direction. Haha. Okay. Jor. Jor, it's easier than you think. Okay. Our last card. Yay, David. Our last card from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. This is our last piece of advice for what we can take along this journey. Advice to take along the way from the Zen Blossoms deck. Wish I should have shaken out pom-pom first. That needs an extended pom-pom shake, okay? It's like remix, pom-pom remix, extended version. Wish, oh my God. Isn't that beautiful with yes, you can? Yes, you can achieve your wish. You can receive your wish. Be optimistic and just know that it's easier than you think to align with your wish. You can do it. You can do it. And you have resources that can help you. That is what the connection is all about. This connection. Be optimistic because this connection can make things easier for you to get your needs met and achieve your wish. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen or some hearts? This is juicy. I love seeing the wish card in this deck just as much as I love seeing yes, you can, and it's easier than you think. Shane, you're here, and it's the end of the live stream, and it was so good, and I missed you, and I'm glad you're here, but I would have loved to see you earlier. Shane, it makes me want to just talk and ramble just so that I can see your comments. Yes, when you wish upon a star. This is like if you have the tarot deck and you get the star card, or no, it's a Nine of Pentacles. I think that's the wish card in tarot. Anyway, I absolutely love this. So you can, yes, you can receive your wish. You have what it takes to align with your preferred reality, with your desires. So be optimistic about it and know that it's easier than your mind is trying to convince you. It's actually easier because the universe wants to bring you that improved experience. The universe is working things out behind the scenes. That is what this card says. I just want to reiterate because I think it's really important to realize that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Behind the scenes, 99% of our manifestations are not visible, but they are 99% of the manifestation is complete before you see any visible evidence of it. So it's like right there, ready to burst into your reality. Like I'm always talking about bubbles floating around you, ready to burst into your reality at any moment, especially in a 5-year where things can burst into your reality faster and out of the blue more than ever, because 5 is about out of the blue excitement and surprises and changes. So Create a Connection says life has been working behind the scenes. So you've got to trust, be optimistic. Where is it? That life is always working behind the scenes, always keeping track of your preferences, gathering the cooperative components, congealing them, reaching all across the universe, finding the ultimate things for you, and then congealing them. And then they poof into a physical manifestation in your life. Yes. Okay. So if you'd like to connect with me, and I am Perkalish, I'm as poofy as they come today. If you would like to create a connection with me to talk about your numerology, or to let go of resistance, or to receive intuitive guidance from your guides and your higher self, you can go to theblissfulknowing.com and click book a session, and you can select the intuitive sessions and only pay 25% down. And we can get you scheduled with the Pay in 4 PayPal. I just love that so much. I still have new jewelry that I posted. I just posted that, listed all of those to the shop, new crystal jewelry. So that's another thing, you could put 25% down. Reiki has been very popular lately. I've had a lot of people who have been wanting Reiki, and that is beautiful for helping you feel more relaxed and get in the flow. Something we do right before you fall asleep at night. Puts you in sort of a meditative, relaxed state and helps you to get restful sleep and feel recharged. So that's another option. Anyway, you guys, please do say hi if you're watching the replay. I hope you're so enjoying spring and the flowers. This is my favorite time of year. Oh my gosh, my backyard smells like heaven. It's lemon blossom time. The bees are buzzing around, pollinating the lemon blossoms. The lemons from last season are still on the tree. I pick a fresh lemon every day for my lemon water. And I just planted my dahlias and my beautiful daisies. Oh my gosh, I'm just happy connecting with nature. So please say hi if you're watching the replay. I would love to talk to you one-on-one, and I'd love to hear from you. Sandra, I have to tell the story really quick now because you just... Sandra was here. She lives near me. She's local, and she came to pick up the Larimar piece, the beautiful piece of jewelry, and for her birthday and for her wedding day. She got something new and something blue. Anyway, she was here, and I said, can you smell? I said, you might as well come in my backyard and grab some lemons while you're here. So I'm sitting back there, and she comes back, and I'm like, can you smell the lemon trees? And she's like, I'm like, you can't smell that? You can't smell that? You need to get closer to the tree. And she's like, I'm like, no, you need to. Like, she wasn't giving me the response that she could smell it. I'm like, if you smelled it, you would be very excited right now, and I would know. So clearly you haven't really smelled it. So I said, see that blossom right on that branch? Go right up to it. Get up there. put your face in it, put your face in it. I like made her, I rode her ass to make her like shove her face in the blossom. And she's like, and I'm like, okay. So then grab a lemon, grab my pruners and cut some lemons for yourself. And she cuts the lemon and I'm like, smell it. Because when you first cut the lemon, it the stem smells like the lemon essential oil. It is so euphoric, absolutely euphoric. Every time I cut a lemon, and there have been a lot of times I've cut a lemon, I'm like, oh, so good. So I was like, smell it, and she's like, okay. So now we have this running joke between us, Sandra and I. Smell in all caps. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a Taurus and I'm a 5, and both Taurus and 5 are highly, highly sensual. We get very excited when things smell delightful, very excited, or taste delightful, or feel delightful. So I was like, you've got to have the full experience. If you're going to come back to the magical yard, you have to experience the magic of the yard, like full effect, all the delights. So now we have a joke that if she ever comes back, there is a 3 smell minimum. If you want to be allowed access to my yard, you have to smell at least 3 things in the yard. But it's so great. It's really a magical yard, and I'm so blessed. It's my sanctuary. It looks so good now with all the flowers too. I can't wait to take more pictures, especially the roses are all about to bloom, and there's hundreds of rose buds on these iceberg rose shrubs. And so it looks like a wedding. It's like polka dot. The whole bush is going to be roses. It's going to be gorgeous. So I'm excited to take pictures of that any day now. Those could bloom and burst into my reality. Anyway, you guys, it's so great to connect with you. Please do say hi. If you're watching the replay, like I said, I want to hear from you. I want to know that you were here. And I hope to see you next week. We'll see. I like to think that I'll be back. We'll find out. I know I'll be back for our May live stream, but that's not for a while. So in the meantime, enjoy the springalicious weather, or maybe it's autumn where you live, but enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.